See, he gets it.
Right away, he knew exactly. That's a musician. He just knew when to come in. It's like freeform.
He can jam.
Yeah, he can jam.
He can jam.
Hey, everybody, I'm Rob Riggle.
I'm Darren Leader.
Welcome to Riggle's Picks. We are very fortunate to have on the show today Mr. Rob Chapman is joining us all the way from...
Are you in Cyprus?
Yeah, are you in Cyprus?
Where are you?
Well, I'm in Malta.
Malta.
Yeah. Malta.
No one knows where that is.
Okay, that's how exotic and how cutting edge this podcast is. We're talking to folks in Malta, yo.
Yeah, you wouldn't think we would have the capabilities,
yeah,
but science has given us the power to speak to people in Malta.
We have the technology. We've got the know-how. We've got the people halfway across the world that want to talk to us.
By the way, thank you for flying to Malta to do this for us. Rob lives here in L.A., so.
And he flew all the way to Malta just to make this show a little more exotic.
Yeah, it's called production value.
Yeah.
And we just did it. So I am very, very excited. I know that Rob is also excited to have you as a guest on our podcast because, first and foremost, you are a musician. You're an entrepreneur. You are a creator on the internet. You are a creator of life because you have kids.
Yes.
And you rock, right? So
thank you.
What I would like to do is I would like you to kind of tell us a little bit about what you do, a little bit more in depth on the things that I just mentioned. But we have questions about your thoughts.
So many questions
on the internet, AI, music, and life.
And your best Nostradamus prediction for the future.
Yeah, but let's do that at the end.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
So
there were so many that were salient to today's points that I think that'll be a whole, that's a whole topic right there. Can I start by saying I'm absolutely honored to be in the presence of such incredibly talented, wonderful people. Obviously, Darren, we've met, a bunch of times, Cheesecake Factory, other, special.
Oh, why wasn't I there?
Well,
I'm a Cheesecake Factory guy.
I can't believe you told him I cheated on him with Cheesecake Factory with you. But
I'm sorry, Rob, next time I'm in Los Angeles, if you ever wanted to hang with a beard farming English guy that lives in Malta, I would be honored to share a slice of cheesecake with you.
Then consider it done because I love all of that and I want to do all of that. So yes.
So the first
Shall I start by geographically orienting the viewers or listeners to Malta?
Yes. Do that. That would be wonderful.
Imagine, if you will, Italy. And then below Italy is an island called Sicily. Everyone in America will know about Sicily.
Yeah, it's the pebble that the boot's kicking.
That's exactly it. That's what you're told in school. And then below Sicily is a tiny, tiny fucking dot in the middle of nowhere called Malta. And it's oldest freestanding prehistoric temples on the planet, dating back way further than people even realize. And there are cart ruts that lead all the way under the ocean to Sicily from Malta.
No way.
Yeah. It was effectively the top of a mountain before the Mediterranean filled in.
Whoa.
You just freaked us out, dude.
That's fantastic. I love that kind of history.
How do you... the cart ruts are amazing. How do you end up in Malta? You're from UK?
Yeah.
How do you go, hey, you know what? Malta's where I want to be.
So, well, two things. The first thing is I cheated and I married a Maltese lady.
Oh.
There you go. That helps.
Yeah. I was on tour. You may know about those.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. And what I was doing a tour with Phil X and the Drills.
Yeah.
Awesome guy. Shout out to Phil. And the first date of that UK tour, I checked into a beautiful establishment called the Travelodge.
Mm-hmm.
And that
high end.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a wonderful receptionist that I thought was Russian. I invited her to the last gig because I knew there'd be people there. Yeah. Turned out she was not Russian, she was Maltese. And 2 weeks later, I moved in with her.
Wow.
In 2 weeks, you moved in.
You knew. Well, you know, I guess.
Rob,
in Yemen.
You know.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, the history you speak of Malta, I did a show for Discovery Channel a long time ago called Rob Riggle, Global Investigator. And I went around the world trying to solve mysteries. And I was looking for Atlantis. And we went scuba diving off of Crete. And we found elephant bones that were in this, submerged underwater cave or whatever. Well, there's no elephants on Crete. I mean, how does that happen, right? And again, going to your point, you got tire ruts or wagon ruts that lead into the ocean on its way to Sicily, right? I mean, thousands. This thing goes back 10,000 years probably of history.
But
of human history in that region.
We also have a cave called Ardallam, which has within it thousands of bones of miniature elephants, miniature horses, miniaturized African animals that used to live on that mountain top.
See,
it's the same history. The world has changed, man.
Darren thinks that the Earth is only 200 years old. I think.
It's only 200 years old and it's shaped like a triangle.
And it's flat, right?
Hello.
Okay, so
it's got angles.
Don't get me started on that whole thing, but I think we've shown just here in this.
Yeah, whatevs, man. You guys, you know what? Tomato, tomato.
Okay. It still doesn't apply, but
okay.
All right. Anyway, carry on.
So you meet a Maltese woman. Is there a language in Malta is it Maltese?
They speak Maltese, yes, which is.
Can you enlighten us with a sentence in Maltese?
Would you like it to be clean, or would you like?
No one will know.
No one will ever know.
They will. There are Maltese people all over the planet. I just say il wara nofsinhar tajjeb, naħseb importanti ħafna ngħid grazzi ħafna lilek.
Wow. Okay. So now just hearing, going strictly on audio.
You're welcome, by the way.
It sounds a little Greek. It sounds like there's some Greek in there.
It sounds Greek, Italian, and Arabic to me.
So Darren's on the money because it's a mixture of predominantly very old African Semitic Arabic mixed with Italian and English, a little bit of French. But predominantly it's an Arabic language.
I should have been a linguist.
You should have been.
Yeah, well.
It's similar to Libyan or, Moroccan, Tunisian is the closest. But I was once giving my wife a massage.
Well done.
She was face down and I was massaging. Yeah. And I was watching a documentary about the pyramids, and she said, "What is that? I can understand them." Yeah. And I said, "Oh, it's Egyptian." And she said, "Wow, it's really similar." So it's a similar dialect to.
That's an ancient language, then.
Yeah, that's old school.
Yeah.
That's old school.
Yeah, it's a time capsule. Yeah. It really is. The place is a time capsule.
Do you love it there?
I absolutely love it here. I've been here. I'm living here now 5.5 years. I've been coming here for more than 5 years, almost 10.
Would you ever move back to UK?
No, I would not.
Okay.
No.
That's interesting.
UK is a lovely nation. It's just cold and wet all the time. I think Maltese would be that kind of lifestyle is warmer.
Yeah, you probably have better weather, right?
Well, it's a bit like Los Angeles, California. Like it never goes below 10 degrees Celsius. I'm trying to work out what that is for you guys, but I cannot do the math.
Yeah. It's somewhere
70s, probably
around
the 70s.
65, 70.
Right. So it's never cold. I mean, in winter, you just put on a top, put on a hoodie, go for a walk. Yeah. Make a tea.
And you're asking the man to go back to wet, cold, windy?
I'm not asking him to do that. I'm just saying, would you?
I felt like you had an agenda. I felt like you were pushing it on.
No.
All right.
But you won't.
But also, as a traveling musician trying to sell my wares, it's easier being a European citizen to tour Europe. Than it is being English.
Well, speaking of being a salesman of sorts, let's talk about what you've been doing.
I was going to ask you, what do you consider yourself? Do you consider yourself an entrepreneur? Do you consider yourself a guitar manufacturer? Do you consider yourself a musician? I mean, I'm clearly all those things, but what order do you consider first and foremost?
That's a question that I wish I had been able to answer for the majority of my working life because I just haven't been able to do it.
It doesn't seem like it, yeah.
No, I think the problem is that while I'm, like, for example, right now I'm preparing to go on a very small 2-day tour, London and Manchester. So now I'm in singing mode. I'm doing vocal warm-ups. I'm practicing the guitar. I'm getting the set list done, But then when I get back, I'll be focused on product and marketing. And I'm just realizing I left a rice and beef dish in the oven that's about to burn. Give me
I love
30
it. Do it.
seconds
Do it.
while
Go,
I turn it
go.
off.
This is a first.
All right. So he's also a cook. He's also a chef.
Well, if you're burning things, does that make you a cook?
Well, I didn't say good.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
how real it is, guys.
Yes.
It's
I love it. I
But the
love
good
it.
news is that I saved it, so it's completely fine.
Good.
Oh, good.
So
well, I hope it doesn't get cold. I mean, you'll be able to reheat it, right? Or
Food here gets warm. So-
Yeah, it never cools down.
okay.
Just for the people who don't know, you own a company called Chapman Guitars, your namesake. Rob makes high-end, but also, moderately priced guitars, but also some ones that are very expensive.
I can imagine.
He kind of runs the gamut. I think you started out with guitars that were more high-end, right? And then kind of dipped into...
So actually, it was the reverse. I mean, who knows they're going to be ending up with a guitar company. I definitely had no idea. I never set out to own a guitar brand. I was just a guy that played guitar in a band. I didn't sing. And I was a hired gun, doing demonstrations for acoustic guitar company, anyone that would pay me, just make that money.
Yeah.
And I was doing a demonstration for an acoustic company called Faith from England. I think they made that brand to try and penetrate the Christian market, which is an interesting concept.
Yeah.
And I was demonstrating for them, and people were turning up and wanting a photograph or, an autograph or something. And the marketing managers were sort of saying, why? How do they even know who you are? And I said, well, it's this new thing called YouTube that's just launched, back in the day. People are watching my videos and they're interested, they're commenting, and they sort of follow me on social media, MySpace.
Yeah. Old school.
Facebook was launching.
Yeah.
And so this brand said, why don't we make you an electric guitar and we'll put your name on the headstock. It'll be a signature product. We'll make 50 of them. And then it's good for us, good for you, good promotion. We'll give you a little bit of money per guitar. And we ended up making and selling 500.
Wow.
And it was a really affordable guitar. And the concept from me was, well, I'll just go home and tell people I'm making a guitar and ask them what they want. Just involve them in the design, make it collaborative. And I was really into cameras at the time. And I kind of thought, rather than telling people how it should sound, what if the guitar had really affordable but functional pickups in the body? And then we just tell them, swap them out for something else that you like, a bit like a kit lens on a camera. It comes with a shitty kit lens, throw it away, get yourself an L, and you can shoot some nice quality stuff. Yeah. And I think that really caught the imagination of the public, and it took off. We sold 500. I formed a relationship with a guy called Lee from Anderton's, which is a really big online UK guitar store. We did another guitar, and eventually I realized I had a guitar brand, but I'd never set out to own a guitar brand. I was just a guitar player.
But so now you and I have
That's awesome how it comes about, though.
It is super organic, and you and I have had conversations and filming the things that you did on YouTube, and then partnering with Lee with Andertons and doing all the demo and the gear review and the guitar, demonstrations. You were telling me about your 500 plus hours of content that you've accumulated.
Let's talk about that. I want to know more about the show and where people can find it.
Yeah. Can you tell us about where that has headed?
Okay. So you're good at this. So I was recently contacted by a company that distributes information to AI companies. So, for example, an AI model cannot just go online, download data, and then just use it willy-nilly. It needs legality. It needs the right to use the intellectual property. Otherwise, there's litigation, especially in the States. So there's a middleman that will contact people that have large online databases of video, photography, text, whatever, and it will ask if it can have the rights to the IP, and then it sells that data to AIs. And I was contacted by a company that said, look, you have one of, if not the largest online video data resource of guitar videos. And I'm like, I do? Like,
That's
they said,
awesome.
yeah, you have more than 500 hours worth of video. And it was simultaneously kind of really terrifying and really quite intriguing to discover that I'd made more than 2,500 videos and over 500 hours worth of content, because I suddenly sat lying in bed kind of dazed with my phone calculator, my falculator,
Yeah.
working out, how many hours of editing, the shooting, up the curating the content, putting in the tags, Rob, Chapman, and it's just years of my life. And I kind of thought, this is really good, but also I don't know if it's good, because now I've done that. What's the next phase for me? And I kind of thought, I think I should start a podcast. I think I should make content that is less difficult to make, less time consuming with the edit, more interesting because I can talk to diverse people, and then focus on being a musician. Chapman Guitars kind of runs itself. Obviously, I'm very involved, but I don't have a day-to-day full-time position really. And then do a podcast because I can do it anywhere and it's fun.
Yeah.
And have you started your podcast?
I have. I'm two episodes in.
Hey, congratulations.
What's it called?
It's called Rob Chapman Lo-Fi Podcast, intentionally lo-fi. I just do a Google Meets and record it. That's it. Because I don't want to set expectations high, and I want to be able to do it from anywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to be mobile, and I'm a big fan of keep it simple. Big fan of keep it simple.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you're hooking and jabbing and you're traveling and you're doing multiple things, because I don't think it feels like today in today's world not many people can get away with just doing one thing.
No.
Sadly.
You got to wear a lot of hats.
I think like you have to wear a lot of hats these days.
Yeah.
And that requires, the shotgun effect where you're spread out all over the place. So keeping it simple sounds like the right plan.
Yeah.
I have a motto that we use when I film videos with any brand really, which is the shitter the better. Because sometimes I think it's important to keep things reality real, so that the viewer feels some kind of connection. And if it's too polished, if it's too 24 frames a second, American grade saturation movie, there's a real separation of the viewer and the person. You must be familiar with this, Rob. I've seen a lot of your movies, so probably you sense that sometimes. People, when they meet you, they can't believe you're a real person.
Right. It's a different form. It's a different conversation. And when you're talking about being in movies or television or whatever, where it's scripted and it's a narrative and all that stuff, as opposed to what this is, which is, direct conversations, direct knowledge, getting instant understanding, and being able to ask the questions that, if you're doing a film or television, you don't get to interact. There's no advocate.
There's the fourth wall.
Yeah, at least here you have an advocate in the sense that Darren and I are both incredibly curious about what you're doing, and we want to know more, and so we get to drill down.
Totally. So, when I'm thinking and I'm hearing about your, prolific library and all the things, when you first started your podcast, what kind of subscribers did you move all of your, subscribers for the guitar stuff over to your podcast, or how did that work?
Oh, and I also want to ask, what were you originally doing when you were all these hours of content? Were you teaching people how to play the guitar?
So my content has always been whatever I want to film. I think that was a mistake, honestly. Well, part of me thinks it was a mistake, and part of me doesn't. The reason I think it was a mistake is that the viewer doesn't know what to expect. So I'm not teaching the algorithm, what it is, where it is, when it is. I'm just making stuff that I feel. But on the plus side, I've been able to create nonstop 15 years.
Yeah.
And never had a problem creating, because I go, I want to shoot a video. I think I want to talk about Lydian mode. And I start teaching a scale. Or, oh shit, there's a new pedal. It's really cool. I want to talk about this. And I just do it.
So you were able to do demos for gear, demos for guitars. You even talk about music theory and how to play the guitar. And
I've been teaching, demonstrating.
I like that a lot because it's as if I get to, as a viewer, vicariously live through you as an artist. So when you say, oh, I got this new riff and I got this pedal that does this really interesting sound, like I get to come along on that journey and learn vicariously through you in a wonderful way. I remember taking it into a different place, but I remember I played with a golf. I like golf, and I
You do?
Yeah, a little bit. And but I played with this golf professional, and we went out and played a round of golf. And I remember saying, "Okay, what would you do in this situation? What do you just tell me what you're thinking as you walk up? What are you seeing? What are you thinking? Because here's what I'm thinking." Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And his mindset was totally different. And to hear how they think and how they approach the problems or the issues or the whatever, the mindset,
right.
I was loving it. I was loving that because then I could adopt it myself. So I feel like there's a lot of that going on with you, Rob.
There definitely is. I think if I'm really honest with you, a lot of what I've been able to do comes from a background, a long history of practicing Chinese martial arts, meditation, and Chinese medicine. I grew up with a father who's an acupuncturist. He trained for many years. Was a member of the British Acupuncture Council. Used to work for the NHS, and I trained under him to become an acupuncturist. And at the same time, was fascinated with Chinese martial arts. I studied Baguazhang, Xingyichuan, Taijichuan, Yichuan, Shaolin boxing. It was what I was going to do, was be an acupuncturist, do Chinese massage called Tuina, and do Chinese boxing. But then I got given a guitar.
Yeah, that usually does it.
Might get laid playing this. It might work out.
You're joking, but are you not joking?
Well,
about the getting, because
I don't know.
I'm telling you, you get an instrument as a kid, and you start noticing girls sort of kind of gravitating towards you. Like I can remember being in 7th grade. I think I may have told the story, playing a piano at a little house party, and a couple of the girls who I had never talked to started. Oh, I didn't know you played piano. I'm like, I drew the correlation.
This is how rock stars are born.
This is why rock stars are made.
I can pinpoint my obsession with the guitar down to one sound, and I think that's probably quite unusual. But I've got to tell you this story.
Yeah. I can't wait.
The first time I bought a real vinyl that wasn't some kid's thing, because I was born in '75. Yeah. So you young people can probably almost relate. But I went out and I got Black Sabbath Live at Last, and I put it on my dad's turntable. Wow. Pushed all the Tina Turner and Beatles out of the way, put the needle on, and War Pigs kicks off, and it goes tick, 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 and then you hear Tony just unroll the volume knob, and the guitar goes, and it's the sound of the guitar and the speaker just fucking having it. It cannot manage the sheer volume, and it screams, and then he hits a chord. And honestly, it's making the hairs on the back of my neck stand. Like, I need to know whatever that witchcraft is. Wow. And then I went to school, and my friend Alex Bullish, rest in peace, taught me how to play a power chord.
Oh, that's it.
He said, wherever you point your first finger, the note is the name of the chord. I literally,
that's amazing.
That was it. I was like, I'm a guitar player now.
That's rock and roll. That's rock and roll music theory. That's all you need to know.
Okay, so say it to me again, because this is gold. This is gold. I do not play an instrument. It's always one of my biggest regrets in life. But I have a guitar sitting in my study that I just stare at every day and saying, someday I'll learn how to play you.
Okay, so imagine this.
Tell me that thing again.
Okay. Letters of music are the alphabet all the way through to G.
Okay.
We stop at G and we keep going back. We go to A again. The guitar the thickest string starts on an E if you just play it open.
Okay.
So the next, but there are sharps.
Yeah.
So wherever you put your first finger, whatever that note is called, if you put a string down and 2 frets along, like this.
Yeah.
That's a fifth. It's called a power chord. It's a root and the 5th note of a major scale. And you name it after where your first finger's touching. And when I had that information, it's all I needed.
Wow.
Okay,
And then you were able to rock.
So this, let's say this is the guitar, and this is...
Show the camera.
Okay. So, can you see this?
It's a white screen. It's just a white...
Okay. So, here's the guitar body, right? And here's the fretboard.
Okay.
Like this.
Got it.
If this is the end of the guitar, this is the down low.
Yeah.
And if this is, say that's an E or an F.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
An F note. Oh, thank you. One sec.
I should have just grabbed a guitar for this chat, but I didn't.
You want to grab one?
I can do. Your drawing is beautiful, though, Dan.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill this. Watch this. Okay, so this is the guitar body.
Okay. These are the
These are the tuning pegs down
tuning
here.
pegs down here.
This is an open E string. This is an A string. That's the name of the string.
Yeah.
So if this is an E string and you go on the first fret of the low string, that note happens to be an F. Okay. If you take this finger and you go 2 frets down, 2 frets closer.
Like the heavy metal.
Yep. Think of diagonal heavy metal.
Yeah,
it's not straight heavy metal. It's diagonal heavy metal.
Yeah.
Like that. That is an F sharp power chord.
Oh.
You just learned how to rock.
That's it. And then all you do is you move it around scale shapes, and you've got every riff ever invented in the 70s. And you're away playing Steam Hammer, playing Led Zeppelin, Jimi Hendrix.
You just learned how to play Judas Priest. You just learned how to play guitar.
Yeah.
You're a guitar player.
What I did was when I had that basic information, all of my physical knowledge till then had been Chinese martial arts, which is all about softness, yielding, allowing. And so I applied that physicality to the electric guitar. So I'm very, very soft, which made me much faster because there's nothing that needs to relax before it moves. So I was continually using Taoist philosophy and Confucianism in the way that you affect martial arts through the guitar to make it work. And then also in this is super deep for this, but also in my business and in my music. Like, for example, the third awareness. Have you heard of the third awareness?
No.
I was actually taught this by Eddie Kramer, who
really?
Produced. Yeah, I worked with Eddie for a long time at Abbey Road, and
Eddie Kramer is a legendary producer.
Okay, I like that.
So Eddie, he produced Jimi Hendrix and he's worked with everybody you can ever imagine. That's beautiful. And he said, "Listen, Rob, there are 3 awarenesses," and I was like, "Okay." And he said, the first one is just aware of what you're doing. So I'm putting my finger here. I'm putting my finger there. I'm holding this pick. That's the first awareness of self. Okay. The next awareness, specifically for musicians, but you can apply this to any skill, is the second awareness is, well, I wonder how that sounds. So when I do it, am I listening to what I'm doing rather than just making a shape? And then the third awareness is, how does that sound to someone else? And when you can see this in people learning guitar to begin with, or golf, they have the first awareness. Can I hold the bat the right way? How does it feel?
It's a club, but we could call it a bat. It's okay.
Am I letting it breathe, or am I gripping it hard? Right. When it hits the ball, do I feel the ball? Do I follow through, or do I hit the ball? And that's the first awareness. The second awareness is, what happens to the ball when I hit it really, really hard, and what happened? And then the third would be things like the wind affecting it, the weather, the humidity, all the alternate effects.
Yeah.
The guitar, it's myself, listening skills, and then how do others perceive that sound?
That's crazy.
And then I would imagine those who have the gift for hearing, what you're talking about with the 3 awarenesses, that's probably how you know if you're a natural.
Yeah.
If it belongs in your world.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you have that with comedy and acting. You have enough experience and enough awareness to know what you're doing and how you're delivering the lines, the mechanics of that, being aware of how you're performing your own self, and then also being aware of
the feedback,
the crowd's
outside.
Perception of your performance.
It's interesting you say that too, because I've heard, I guess it's probably a universal, maybe not universal, but I think people cherry pick from different religions and and philosophies, and there's a lot of wisdom. And if you look at some of the major religions or major philosophies out there, there's a lot of crossover wisdom, But one of the things is, I've even heard Bill Murray talk about it. You do everything better in life. Doesn't matter what it is: public speaking, playing guitar, playing golf, whatever it is. You do it if you're relaxed.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
And it's so hard to get to that. It's so hard to get to that relaxed state, though.
Especially
that's what's underestimated. People think, "Oh yeah, I'll relax," but you're not relaxed. Like to truly get relaxed and feel that ease,
the calm, dude. Especially when you're doing it in front of a camera or in front of a crowd, and you feel their energy, and it makes you go, and like you want to go do the best job you can. And part of that for me is whenever I'm about to go play a show or do whatever, I want to murder shit. Like, and so my mental state and my body, I want to go overpower everything. So if I'm playing the drums early in my career, I would be like, and I'd get tight. It'd be hard to play, hard to feel it. And then over time, I've been able to sort of control the nerves and control the excitement and bring it back to a place where I'm loose and fluid enough to make it sound the way that it's supposed to sound.
Right.
And I think that that kind of stuff just comes with experience.
Well, and your background, Rob, with all these Asian martial arts, and you spoke about how relaxation is part of that. I would imagine that's part of your process too.
Yeah, if you're not able to let go of the joints, you can't. The muscle fibers are unable to take over from each other smoothly. So I can sum up martial arts really succinctly for you. It's the ability to become more powerful, but I mean power in the truest sense of the phrase, not just strength, but like you've got a really good car with an incredible engine, perfectly tuned. The car on the outside could look the same as any other car, but under the hood, it's phenomenal. And what you do with martial arts is you teach to memorize structures that make you more powerful, triangles in the body, and you teach the muscle fibers to allow each other to take over smoothly, because the smoother the movement, the more effective they can be. Less of them are holding on and keeping strain. So you can make a movement much more fluid. It's exactly the same as golf. It really is. All physical arts really are. So when you are able to release the joints and let the energies move through the body, everything flows so much better. And it also helps to relieve illness.
Yeah, I think there's nothing but upside to what you're describing professionally.
Can I buy what you're selling, please? Because I want 6 of those.
Yeah, I want all of that.
Yeah, I should brand it Rob Chapman's Zen way and then sell it.
Well, you explain it in a way that I have zero problem understanding. I can visualize the body, and I can visualize everything you're saying is so easily explained. Maybe that's why you have 727,000 subscribers on YouTube.
That's probably one of the reasons. Another reason too is I can identify.
You know what?
It is a lot of that.
I was going to say.
A lot of that. Darren and I have the same problem, so we get you. We feel you on that level.
Amen.
But hearing you describe it, I can identify it instantly, because I have golfer's elbow, which is a tendonitis in my elbow, and it's from over squeezing and tense. But lately, when I play golf, I make a concentrated effort to relax my upper body and to relax my arms, and I don't have the pain that I usually have, and it's because of that, I think.
That's awesome.
So
this conversation has gone so fast. We're almost out of time.
Oh wow!
But I know, dude. I know it's insane. But I want to ask you if there's anything that that we're not talking about that we can get out there for you. What we got the podcast.
Well, tell them where to go. Also, I want you.
Oh, it's just at the moment. It's just on my YouTube channel, but I'll be uploading to all the regular places like Spotify and Apple and podcasts and whatever. But it's just the Rob Chapman YouTube channel.
So YouTube.com/@RobChappers with 2 P's.
Rob Chappers, but honestly, with 2,500 videos on YouTube, if you just look up Rob Chapman, you'll find me immediately.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably
Good.
you'll find all the hate and all the trolls and everything talking about me and saying what a horrible guy I am first. But then
You know what?
eventually you'll find
If you
me.
don't have haters, it's actually a badge of honor.
That means you've got a big target on a big back, and that's awesome.
We love the haters.
Yeah.
Darren gets so much hate, it's unbelievable.
I thrive. Well, wait. Last thing is, I'm sorry we didn't mention your new single.
Oh yeah.
You got a new
It's
song out.
okay. I'm not here to promote myself really, but yeah, I have a new single.
I heard it, and
Oh, did you?
the tones.
Thanks.
I remember
Thanks.
I asked you the song is great, but when you as a musician, when you hear recordings, everybody can make a recording now at their house on their computer, and it's fine. Yeah. And there's a lot of recordings that are made where you go, that sounds good. I heard the guitar riff, the opening guitar on his new song, and I actually texted him. I'm not even a guitar player. I go, how did you get that tone?
He did. He sent me a text straight away.
I was like, what the fuck? It's crazy. It's very, very good. It's called If You Fail, and it's
Thanks, man.
Go check it out.
The title really speaks, because I view, probably as you guys do as well, that any kind of success is the end of a long line of failures.
Yeah.
And it's the mindset of just fucking do it, just get it done.
Yeah,
Forget
just get
the
through
bad
it.
stuff. Yeah, just get through it, man.
Well, what's your feeling on AI? Is it coming to kill us?
I think to an extent it already has.
Okay.
And I think that humanity is ultimately already changed through AI. I spent 2 weeks without my phone or AI, and I felt nostalgic the entire time.
Did you feel happier?
I did. I felt very strange, but then I needed to go to work and realized I needed all the tools, and I couldn't let
That's
it.
the thing. Like we all want to escape that phone, the tablet, or the computer. We all want to escape it. You almost have to be disciplined about it. Yeah, you have to be disciplined about it. Otherwise, because everybody needs it professionally, but my God.
You know what was really weird the other day? And then we're gonna let you go, because otherwise we'll be here for 14 hours. I was flipping channels, which is very rare because I don't have a lot of time that I do that. Matrix was on.
Yeah.
And it was the first Matrix.
Okay.
So I'm kind of intermittently watching, and I love the series. I love all that stuff. And it's where the ship goes up, the Nebuchadnezzar goes up above the clouds, where he's going to go talk to the machines, right? Do you remember that part? Do you remember?
I do.
Okay. When he goes up over the clouds and they see the sun and then they get back down into it, I swear I was watching this movie almost as if it was a documentary. I was like, he's going to go talk to the machines because the machines are trying to kill us because we are useless, essentially, to the machines.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I'm that guy. I don't know how far off that shit is.
We've been warning ourselves since the Terminator.
I know. Dude, I know.
We've
Skynet is real.
Skynet's real. It's happened. It's here. We've forecasted our own demise. And so I have when it happens, I'll be like, yep, we deserve it.
Yep, we saw this coming.
How did we not see it coming?
But the thing is, we all use ChatGPT. We all use Grok. You know, it's in, I mean, nowadays, if a business doesn't use one of those tools, you're losing against the competitor. So I think the thing is, what we need a ring bearer, like Sam Ganji from Lord of the Rings. We need someone that goes, "I'll hold your phone for you, Rob. Don't worry," and he does all the stuff for you.
Yeah,
and he takes the pain away. But maybe that's a robot or a.
That's what I was thinking.
A little digital.
It's Cyborg Dobby.
Yeah.
That's it.
Rob's like, who the hell is Dobby?
Cyborg Dobby.
Cyborg Dobby.
Cyborg Dobby. I mean,
you get it?
Yeah, for sure.
I love that.
It's a
Master
Harry
has
Potter.
given Dobby a digital device.
And then Dobby takes over. Oh God, you can't win. This whole thing is so messed up. I love it. But
man, this has been amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking time out and joining us. It really means a lot to us. Thank you so much. And I hope people check out your new song, If You Fail. Go to Rob Chappers on YouTube to catch all what's going on with him in the whole world.
Oh, and I should just say my band is just called Rob Chapman.
Okay, Rob
you really
Chapman.
went to the mat with that one.
Yeah.
I like the creativity. It feels good, and I totally get it. So after we do this, I'm calling you later, and we want to thank you for being on, Rob.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Thanks,
Rob.
man. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Awesome,
you.
dude. Take care.
Bye.
All right, see you, dude.
See you, bud. What a nice guy.
He's wonderful, right?
Yeah, he's very bright. You can tell.
He's a sharp man.
Very bright.
And I'm telling you, I know people in my life that have been, creators, producers. They just do things, make things. This dude, he is a doer.
Yeah,
he's a doer.
Clearly.
Yeah, and he's awesome.
Well, that was fun, man. I always appreciate hearing about and learning about new people, and the work he's doing sounds amazing. So I actually can't wait to learn more about him.
Yeah,
I'm going to YouTube to Rob Chappers.
Yeah,
and I'm going to check out some stuff.
He's fantastic.
All right, this has been Riggle's Picks for Gary and Claire. I'm Rob Riggle.
I'm Darren Leader.
Thank you for joining us.